You're doing great.
Oh,
It feels like the first time
Every time.
with the tech, especially.
I just thank you for doing it.
Yeah.
This is not my interest. I don't care.
You don't care how it sounds. You don't care what the listener. It's because you don't listen to it after.
Wow, shade.
Yeah, throwing it.
Throwing
the
it.
shade.
Lobbing that shade.
Yeah. Do we have the music? Ba 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 ba. Welcome everyone to My Top Everything. I'm Mary.
I'm Kara.
and I'm Mara.
And no, coming in hot. With
Yeah. Well, you had a whole solo up front, so I had to add like a,
You're right.
like the symbols.
I was about to run away with the show. I was about to steal it. I was about to. What's that? That guy from McDonald's, the McThief. He's not called that.
Yeah.
Oh, the
bandit
burger
person?
The Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar. I was about to Hamburglar this podcast
Damn.
with my
Okay.
with my performance.
I don't think you could have truly gotten away with it, but
Well, her list isn't going to be as good as ours.
yeah, I agree.
We should have a podcast episode that's top 3 crimes you think you could get away with.
No, I can't put that out there.
The people need to know.
Top
Yeah.
3. It's not top 3 crimes you have gotten away with.
No, but I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah, like if she ever does murder somebody and then people are like, well, this podcast, she said that she would do this. And there
Do you
was
think
chloroform in her
Do you think you could get away with murder? I don't think I could get away with murder. Anyway, I just say we should talk about this because I think there's some crimes that aren't possible for us to get.
Well, I don't like that you assumed murder is on my list of crimes I want to try.
Yeah,
I went to the
that's
extreme.
pretty suspicious.
Went to the extreme. Also, there's a show called How to Get Away with Murder, just going with the obvious.
And all the documentaries, it's pretty good. You just got to learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
That's how all crime.
Okay.
Yeah, successful crime is just really paying attention to how other people did it.
It's just watching documentaries.
Agreed.
They should do a study on if people who watch documentaries about true crime are better at getting away with crime.
Okay, but also, like, we're only getting the statistical data from people who are getting caught. And so the numbers are skewed.
I love
That's a good point.
We'll never know, which is
science, mommy.
scary and excited.
Anyway, that's not this episode.
Nope.
Should be. It isn't. This
Pivot.
episode is,
Pivot.
I'm getting PTSD from yesterday. Not actually, because there wasn't a lot of pivoting involved with moving Lucas out of the house, but I'm in mourning today.
Yeah.
MOURNE.
Ooh.
No, there's no E.
Did you have me spell it or?
Yeah, I was reading off of a page from Mara. Anyway, our episode topic this week is top 3 sounds that give you the ick. And Kara would like everyone to know that this was originally a broader topic, and she just has had to pull an audible to make it just about sounds, because we originally had it as all sorts of different types of sensations, but we got to squeeze out every little bit of content we can for the podcast. So those will be other ones.
Yeah.
We'll get our top 3 feelings. Feels is a hard word for that.
And sure.
Touch.
But
Top
touches.
3 touches.
Oh, well,
Physical.
anyway, I have something different to say.
Great.
And for those of you that don't do sports, an audible is a last minute change, unless that's a term outside of sports.
It's mostly just in football. but
Okay,
yeah.
great. Yeah. I didn't know what an audible was until Marion was our Cornish for the fantasy football.
Oh,
Did I use the word audible in that?
I'm sure.
I'm just like in listening to football talk.
Oh, I didn't even know that audibles was specific to football.
I didn't
Until
either.
this moment right now. I just thought it meant.
When else are you using it?
All the time.
I don't use it in relation to sports.
No.
because I don't care about sports.
So everyone learning today.
Everyone's learning. Now we'll explain what first base is, and second base, and third base,
In multiple contexts.
and home run. Though I have learned that apparently first, second, and third, people have different definitions
Yes.
of what happens during those.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
it's subjective.
Yeah.
So, okay. Top 3 sounds. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, great.
I feel very passionate about this topic. There's lots of sounds that give me the ick. I went pretty specific
Okay.
with these. The one I decided is least egregious is when I come home and I am talking, when I come home from work, and sometimes I'll be on my phone, like I'll call my mom or somebody else on my way home, and I'll still be on the phone. And then I open the door to my cat, nonstop meowing, and it is so loud, and it is like a sensory nightmare for me.
She is. She's relentless.
Meow, 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 and she doesn't stop until I pick her up and cuddle her, and then she like snuggles into me. But like, oh my god, she's so spoiled. But like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah. Like
is
take
a
it
lot.
down a notch.
Like 5 notches.
Yeah.
But she does get what she wants. The purpose, it's kind of like with Bandy. Like, she gets really excited because we get really excited too. Like if she doesn't get you to hold her after she meows for 5 minutes, then maybe she...
Or you talk back a lot, so
Come
she thinks
home.
we're having a conversation.
Yeah. Well, you are. She loves talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is the chattiest cat I have ever met, though. Truly. Like, literally, she talks all the time. And she has so many different sounds. I feel like she has the most, like,
She's got a
wide-ranging vocabulary.
Wide vocabulary. Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot of different specific feelings.
I've tried ignoring her. I have tried,
I believe you.
but the meowing goes on like 20 minutes.
She's patient. She has...
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She has a lot
She
in the
knows
tank.
what she's controlling.
Because she's
Yeah.
fueled by a demon.
Yeah.
Yes.
This isn't a normal cat. This is a demon cat.
Hence the vocabulary.
And she knows
Long lives.
She knows exactly what pisses me off. She'll start pawing at the couch and I'll be like, hey. Or she'll follow me to the bathroom and then like hover around my legs. And some like to the point where I'm like, are you gonna bite me? I have been bit.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Thank God that Bingley doesn't have enough brain cells to know what pisses me off. Like he just doesn't know
Yeah.
what to do. He tried biting my hair for a while.
He did it the other night.
Dude.
But I don't think he thinks it pisses you off. I think he just wants to.
Yeah, I think he's trying to groom me.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to do the grooming thing. But he did know for a while that it pissed me off. He knew it could get me awake back when I fed him by hand. Like he knew, oh, I can wake her up if I do that enough.
Yeah.
But
Tonks will, if I'm not getting out of bed fast enough, she climbs onto my dresser and then climbs onto my little jewelry case and like paws that thing. Like she's so smart to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to miss her. She's nowhere near dying, but
Yeah, what the heck?
maybe. I don't know. She's 10 on June 24th of this year.
I feel like that cat's going to live until she's 20.
June 24th?
Yeah, that's her birthday.
No.
June 24th is her birthday, and Flinward's birthday was September 21st.
That's true.
The fuck?
That is true.
I mean, it's
Well, not
close
true,
enough.
but
Yeah,
we picked it.
Yeah.
well, it was around...
It would have been around that time, so we
Yeah.
picked it. Just like Tonks' birthday would have been around.
June 24th.
or June
And that's why Bingley's birthday is February 12th.
Yeah. Isn't that the nice love?
His birthday is not February 12th. His birthday is February 22nd. But next time, I'll get one on the next go around.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah. So
yeah, that's the sound.
it just makes me want to be like, mommy needs her quiet time. Shh, 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 shh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go next.
Hell yeah, brother.
My number 3 is any repetitive background noise, especially if I can't find the source. If I can't like identify where it's coming from, it drives me even more nuts. But I think it stems from when I stems stems. From when I was a kid and I would stay at my, I was thinking stims and I was like, that's wrong. That's an autism thing. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
not only is autism, it's just where I've heard it.
Anyone can.
Audible.
Lots of
Stims.
people can stim.
Oh, okay.
People stim.
It's a whole class of drugs. You're drinking one right now.
Stimulants.
I don't feel like those are used. Is that the same root?
Yeah, you're stimulating. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're stimming, you're stimulating yourself.
Interesting. Okay. I think it stems from from when I was a kid. I would stay with my grandparents and they had like the loudest grandfather clock and it would tick every 2 seconds. Then at the top of the hour, it would do the thing. And I couldn't sleep. I could not sit in that room with it. And there was no other, it was not like a fan. There was no birds chirping outside. There was no like fridge or anything to like cut it out. And I would just sit awake in that room all night long and have this clock in my ear.
Oh my God.
And now, anytime that I see somebody that has multiple clocks in their house, multiple, especially if they're, yeah. Oh, and then when you were a kid,
Yeah.
I
didn't remember that until Mara just looked at Marion with a very significant look, and I
I
was
know.
like,
I thought
wait.
you were gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I collected clocks.
Yep.
Back in the day, it was kind of a thing. I was pretty cool. I collected clocks, dolls, and keychains, and
Every middle school I thought you were so cool.
Dude, keychains was the tits.
Yeah.
yeah.
Keychains was the thing.
Yeah, so I was pretty popular, and I had about I want to say like double digits clocks in my room,
Correct.
and it didn't bother me. I could tune them out. I can tune out most sounds, honestly, and like I'm usually unbothered unless somebody else brings it up.
I've seen it in action, yes.
Yeah, my brain is so loud that there's just it can tune out pretty much anything. And Kara was sleeping over one night, and I had a clock that ticked really loud and had a blue neon light.
Yeah. And it was I was on the second bunk, like the top bunk.
Yeah.
And it was up near my face.
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, I usually slept up there with it.
Oh, right.
You know, I think I just gave you the top bunk then because, you know, it's more novel for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. They love the.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So, like, if people slept over, I would sleep on the bottom bunk, which, like, I never did. Oh, well, I eventually did it once I got older, but
Yeah, prison
this
rules.
was still when I was a kid. The big prison rule. The oldest person gets the bottom bunk.
Hell yeah.
And Kara just what to me felt like out of the blue was like, I can't fucking take it anymore. And she took the top of the clock and slammed it down.
But it didn't stop the ticking.
No.
It only
think
resolved one issue.
I think it kind of muffled the ticking. I think you also maybe
I moved stuff
unplugged
and I started moving stuff in your room and like putting blankets on top of them to try to muffle the sound. Like I could not handle it.
I was that blue neon light was my night light. I was still basically doing a night light at like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
And because you put it face down like that, I just was so lazy I never moved it again. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I guess I'm done with night lights.
Done
now.
with night light. I'm 13 now. It's time to be done.
That's prison rules.
Yeah. The top bunk, what the top bunk bitch says goes. I wish that had been an inside thought.
I was more thinking, like when you get to year 13,
Yeah.
no more night lights in prison. Probably.
For all the kids in prison.
No.
Yeah.
Your 13th year in prison.
Oh. We're on a whole different level here.
Anyway, back to sounds. My number 3 worst sound that gives me the ick is it's pretty classic. It's when like the bottom of a pan scrapes or like makes a screeching noise. There's some pans, specifically the set of pans my parents had when I was a child growing up, that when you put them in the dishwasher or they rubbed against something else, they would make almost like nails on a chalkboard or chalk on, like when it screeches on a chalkboard, that really high pitched sound. Mm-hmm. And it would send like little shivers down my back. And I kind of hated loading the dishwasher because I was like, the likelihood that this specific pan material is gonna scrape. It's not stainless steel.
They were the red ones, right? The like classic 90s ones.
No.
Oh.
No, Matt and I had red ones.
Oh.
This was like, they're almost, the feeling of them also weirded me out. It wasn't just the sound, it was the feeling of them.
Did they have a ribbed bottom or a flat bottom?
I think they had a flat bottom, but it wasn't, it was like the sides of the pans are this weird, like chalky feeling. Anyway, it's really hard to explain to somebody who hasn't felt them or seen them, but they would screech. Just think, you could basically say nails on a chalkboard for this one. It's the same like frequency or whatever that kind of makes people hate that noise.
So like my pots and pans, when I'm getting them out when you're over and I'm cooking for us, is it close to that sound when they cling together?
No, and it's not a clanging. It's like
Scraping. Wow.
it really does. Like, it's like this, it's when it like, has friction against something and scrapes. And
Yeah.
it's,
Yes.
it's not good.
Yeah.
It squeals almost.
Yeah.
And it's,
It's a doubly sensy,
what's a doobly?
double
sensory.
sensory.
I got you.
Yeah. Doubly money.
A doobly
doubly
sensey.
A doubly sensy.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
But doobly money is
Double monitor. Just to like continue the vocabulary lesson.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, no one does.
I need a lot of context.
doobly money. I'll remember that one.
Thank you.
Shall we go to our number 2?
Yes. Yes, we shall. The number 2 was tied. And the one you get to hear is
Wait, what? We don't get to hear both?
no. The sound, it's the fucking last 30 to 60 seconds of almost every song.
That is so true for you. That is true.
It's like
The song's winding down.
the song's winding down. Like there isn't, it's just like, it's too long. We don't all need to be that long. Or like they try to do some like instrumental stuff, but it doesn't quite match the vibe of the whole song to begin with. Or it's just like
Or it's repetitive. They're like singing the same refrain over and over again.
Yeah.
They get a little bit quieter, a little bit different, but it's like, okay, we get
on.
it. Like,
Yeah.
come on, Eileen.
Yeah.
We get it. You want Eileen to come on
Me
something. Or are they saying they want to come on Eileen? Come on, Eileen.
Oh.
You in that dress.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Thing to me. Right?
Maybe they're talking about how they want to come on Eileen.
We'll never
I'm
know.
just kidding for everyone listening. For the record, I know that that's not what that song's about. Carol is getting a worried look.
Oh, okay.
No, I just can't contribute.
Checks out. Yeah, but most people don't like.
Kara's never come before.
Oh.
Her face.
Yeah,
She
step
hates
in.
this.
Step into my DMs after this, and we can work something out.
You and me.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But most people hate when I'm in charge of music, and I hate being in charge of music because I unconsciously skip the last of the songs, and I know it drives people crazy. But listening,
I don't
to
think
that
it drives everyone crazy. It drives Lucas crazy.
drives Lucas insane.
We were just on a road trip, me, Mara, and Lucas. And Lucas was in charge of the music. And Mara would request that we skipped like the last 20 to 30 seconds of songs.
I joined his jam, and I would just skip.
And he would be like, stop doing that. That's annoying the shit out of me. And then she stopped doing it. But to make herself feel better,
Yeah.
when she would get to the point in the song when she wanted to skip, she would say out loud, skip. And he hated that too. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not fair because she has compromised here,
I
which
am.
is that she is going to be tortured for the next 40, 60, 30 seconds.
Huh?
But she does want everybody to know when she would have skipped it.
I would have loved to be in the car during that because I'm not involved, but I would get to watch 2 people do it.
I know.
Yeah.
I was in the back seat like, yes. Like,
This is
this is
entertainment on
hilarious.
high.
Like, yeah, just every time she would go skip. And he'd be like, that's giving me anxiety.
So
I'm being forced to have anxiety too.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
torture.
You know?
Oh man, that's
Yeah,
funny. I
that's
like
mine
it when
too.
you skip. Just for the record, I don't have a
Okay.
strong opinion one way or the other, but I also like I'd prefer.
Sometimes we're 30 seconds into the song and she's like, skip. This is when I would be done with it. And
Because I'm not in the mood for that song.
I don't think I have a strong opinion, and I think I'd be like, well, we'll find out
yeah.
next time it happens. I'll start paying attention.
think I'm on Lucas's side with that one. I'd have rolled the car.
Yeah, that's fair, dude. That's fair.
Yeah, you're more on the Lucas side
TikTok
of this.
generation, we're cooked.
I don't know if that's a TikTok. I think that's just.
Well, I think my attention span for things has gone down because I'm like, skip. Where's my
Oh, mine
dopamine?
too. Yeah, for sure. But I think you would have done that regardless of TikTok or whatever.
Boring.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay. My number 2 is that sound when someone is talking, but they have too much spit in their mouth.
Like in the corner of their mouth.
And it's like you can hear it pulling from, like when they open their mouth, you can hear it pulling. Grace
I
is
can't
losing it too.
imagine. Can you try and recreate it? So just that noise?
But it's like they don't know they're doing it. There's like extra everywhere, and they're just like it's like a whole extra orchestra down there that's making sound while they're talking, and I just want to be like swallow.
Like phlegm? Like phlegmy?
It's just spit usually, but it's like thick spit.
Sometimes
I'm trying to-
you have it. I'll point it out next time.
What the fuck?
It's not often, and it's usually in the morning.
I believe the actual sound's called mouth clicks, and it's something you have to be aware of doing podcasts, actually.
Oh,
It's people do that, and you can hear it really nicely on these
yeah,
microphones.
it picks
What
it
is
up.
a mouth click?
I hear it on when I listen to some podcasts, some specific hosts have it, and I can't listen to them.
It's not, it's not something I notice or that gives me the ick. And I don't know if Kara's noticed based on
I'm
how
not
she's
commenting.
Yeah.
I do it?
Everyone does it sometimes.
Yeah. It's like something.
Is it like is this like when you, before you talk, sometimes you go, is it like that?
It is like that.
Okay.
It's like so subtle that I don't think most people would notice it, and it's not all the time. Marion pointed out, I don't know if this is on your thing, but Marion pointed out that sometimes when I start talking, I go, and then I start talking.
Yeah.
And I have been so aware of it since, and I do it all the time.
You've definitely
I've definitely
calmed down
improved
since.
because it's been pointed out. But
Yeah.
when you first pointed it out, the next like 3 months, I was like, God, I do it all the time.
You do it. It is, to me, if somebody had ever been like, do a Kara impression, I would be like, okay. It's like a,
Yeah, the little gasp too.
yeah, there's like a gasp with it as well.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, great. So I'm doing something
but it's like,
terrible. I can't even hear it.
Well, you're not doing it right now. It's like, I would assume it's when people are more dehydrated and when people have long speeches and they can't swallow as frequently. I'm sorry. And they can't swallow as frequently, then it like builds up. I notice it in my own mouth and I have to like pause and swallow because it drives me insane for my own self.
I'm going to need like a video.
Yeah, I'll
Or
find
a
it.
recording
It's a
or
thing for other
something
people. I'm sure it has
where
to
it
be.
happens.
yeah. My pleasure.
Your displeasure? Anyway.
Kara's just.
Yeah, Kara's just pleasure.
The
Mary just took a big swallow before she started talking.
gotta make sure.
Welcome to your new complex.
It's gonna give me a complex.
You like barely do it.
I don't even know what it is or when it happens or what it sounds like.
You're about to find out. I'll point it out when other people do it all the time now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You won't be in misery long.
I'm hoping
You'll
I can,
join my misery.
I'm
is what's
hoping
gonna
I can forget about this like 10 minutes from now.
I
I'll just
won't
go
let
back
you.
living my life.
I'm gonna have to show. I need you to know.
When I do it?
No. I need you to understand what it is. So we're gonna find YouTube
Okay.
videos.
I don't mind if other people do it. I just need to forget that I do it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'll let you.
Or I'll never talk again.
Okay.
That's
I'll
not
go
gonna
on
happen
strike.
ever.
Will point it out.
I would love to see how long you could last without talking.
Do we have ads?
I need to do my number 2 first.
I thought we had a tie.
I thought you were not going to talk.
I thought we had a what?
A tie?
Yeah. You
Mara
you
said she had a tie
you
for
had
her
a
number
tie for
twos.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is, I want to comment that if you have a tie for 2s, why did one of them not become 3?
Yes, I had that same question as well.
Because, okay, well, the tie was the alarm on the dishwasher at work. It's just less exciting.
Oh, I see.
You know?
The people don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could record it and then we could put it on Instagram.
Oh.
I would like that.
I would love that.
Well,
love the
yeah, with
recording.
dishwasher breaks almost every week, so I'm sure I'll have an alarm.
I would like to hear what how annoying it is. Is it the specific alarm, or is it just that when it goes off, it reminds you? It's the task associated with it.
No, working my current job really has helped me ignore every single alarm I hear in real life. Because there's always at least 3 alarms going off around me. But the dishwasher, when the cycle is done, the dishwasher has the loudest and longest alarm to let us know that it's done. And then if something's wrong, it has this repetitive beep and it repeats every fucking 5 seconds. And I shut it off, and somebody else at work is like, can you not shut that off? And I was like, can you come sit up here with this noise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair, though.
Well, yeah. So my number 2 worst sound is a fire alarm. Not a fire alarm. What are they called? Smoke detector.
Okay.
Smoke detector when the battery is low or dead. And you don't know which one it is because there's enough around that you're like, is it this one and this one? And then sometimes you can't figure out how to take the battery out.
Oh my God.
So then it's still going. And then sometimes you take the battery out and it's still going.
Yes.
And then sometimes you take that out. You have to go buy D batteries because you don't have any. It's 10 p.m. at night. Where are you going to do that? And it's like torture. It should be a torture. It would be in my day in hell. Just that battery, the sound going off every. And I know that it probably is consistent, the time between it.
Yeah.
If you timed it. To me, though, it feels irregular. So
Feels
it feels
violent.
Yeah. You will finally kind of relax a little, and then it's like beep. And I feel so bad for animals that are left home alone, and that's just going off every however long it is. Sometimes it feels like 30 seconds. Sometimes it feels like a minute, 5 minutes. Anyway. And then I also hate when you replace that one smoke detector and then like a week later another smoke detector goes off. That's happened to me multiple times where they kind of go out at the same time but not exactly at the same time.
Right. Correct.
And so then you have to do the process all over again because I always feel like I break the smoke detector when I do it. Like I never feel good about putting it back in. So I think there's a lot of psychological torture that goes on the minute I hear that first beep and I know the journey I'm about to be sent on to try and fix that.
Yeah.
It is truly one of the worst noises.
And the hearing damage.
It damages your hearing?
At that decibel, I feel like it has to.
It's very loud. I don't think it's probably damaging, but it is aggressive. There's a whole episode of
Mara's face.
there's a whole episode of the TV show Loot where that's like that's one of the plots is.
So they stole it from Friends?
Oh yeah,
Because that's the whole.
I've completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like stolen from Friends is a stretch. That's such a real life thing that people go through.
I just mean that I think Friends is the first
TV
show to have an episode plot that's around a smoke detector that keeps going off, and no matter what she does, it won't stop. Like she literally strangles the thing and smashes it with a hammer, and it will not stop going.
It's good. It's good stuff.
What are you thinking?
We've had both smoke detectors and TV in movies for so many years. The thought that Friends would be the first ones to do it in like the mid 90s.
Name a different one.
Probably The
Name it.
Simpsons.
Probably.
You said probably.
My top everything podcast at gmail.com. Please let us know what the very first incident in a TV movie or show was where they did this.
You got to crowdsource. I love a good crowdsource.
Specifically
cue.
where it's about a smoke detector that will not stop and they try everything to get it to stop.
Even if it's a C line plot, send it.
Well,
should be a C-line
it was
plot.
a C
Yeah.
plot.
Sure, whatever. I
Friends.
don't even remember this fucking episode.
It's Phoebe.
It's a good episode. It's the nighttime episode, so the whole
You don't have to tell me what.
Oh,
about it.
it's exciting.
Okay.
It's a good episode because it's, most episodes go over certain days. Like it's,
Yes.
Time passes. It's an episode where everything happens in one night and each group of people is having a different night experience. And so Phoebe's little plot is that her smoke detector alarm
Okay.
but it's the middle of the night. So like, what can she do? She can't go buy a battery. So yeah.
In New York, she can't find a fucking open bodega
It's
to
the
buy
90s.
a battery.
It's also,
Unbelievable.
how would the plot work if she went and got a battery, Like,
Well, I think it could still work as somebody who feels
Yeah.
like the plot
Yeah.
goes even when you have the
Wow.
D battery. But anyway,
Should we take a break from D battery and go to D's ads?
hey.
It's bad. I just wanted to say D's.
it was
ads.
really good.
And now you have.
Yeah.
He's nuts.
You did it too. Good job. So is that
I think our number 3 sponsor for this week is the album Eminem, Nobody's Listening.
Yes.
Which was a fictional album that Mara and I came up with in high school because we would sing to songs and people don't like it when the two of us try and sing songs.
I can't remember lyrics to save my flippin' life.
And neither of us can really carry a tune.
Yeah.
Both tone deaf.
Yeah.
It's not good. And so we would also start like trying to sing together. And we thought, we should start a band called Eminem.
Disbanded.
Eminem disbanded.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening.
Yeah.
That's right.
Our first album.
Yeah.
First and only.
Yeah. First and last. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is one of our sponsors of Terrible Sounds this week. What's that?
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a second one.
I got it. Another sponsor for
Band-Aid.
Terrible Sounds this week is when anybody tells me the word no and doesn't provide a good why.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah. The shutdown. Yeah. Is there a producer of bad sounds that we can?
Okay, NBC Chimes, MGM Lion Roar, The
Oh.
Intel.
Okay, my proposal is that Gene in Bob's Burgers is one of the characters that he's like 8 and he has a little sound board and he just makes the most terrible music and he forces his family to listen to it on repeat. And at one point he gets like sticks and he just starts hitting random things in like a non-consensual, like in an offbeat sort of manner. And there's multiple episodes where they're like, I won't get out. Like, you can't be here.
They stole that from Friends.
Wow, I was gonna say that sound when children are really, really happy and they scream. They have that high-pitched, joyous scream.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so happy you're having fun, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
playgrounds.
it's really that. That is Ross has a keyboard,
God.
and he
yeah.
composes.
He
yeah, and and they hate it because it's terrible.
Yeah.
His like space.
Yeah, the space and there's like moves and stuff in it. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
First time in a TV show history that's happened.
yeah. I mean, name it.
Historical.
Name it from before.
Wow, we did a great job.
Yeah.
Slide into our DMs with sounds that you fucking hate.
Or people you think should have been sponsors, like a factory that makes a bunch of weird noises or something. I was trying to think of, like a producer of noises, like something in our environment that.
The Styrofoam Corporation.
Oh, styrofoam? Yeah.
That's great.
Assuming we're getting there, I hope.
No.
No.
It was going to be my honorable mention for you, Grayson, because it is like I forget about it all the time. I don't notice it, and Grayson will just
Styrofoam?
go like,
Oh, yeah.
and he'll have this whole body movement, and I'm like, what? And then there's styrofoam in the room.
It's completely involuntary.
I know.
All my muscles just tense up.
It's like
That's one that I don't have, but I do hear it.
Yeah.
I had one, Matt had one where I would go like this.
Oh yeah, you do that all the time.
She's rubbing her palms together, but they are always a little bit sweaty, so
Yeah.
they stick.
And he did not like that.
Do you get like the ribbons of dead skin when you
Yeah,
do
I
that?
just
yeah,
did.
it's nice.
I don't always get it, but I
Yeah.
did just right in there. But yeah, I'll get into a car, and if I'm cold, I'll be like,
Yeah.
he does not like it.
Well, it's
It's
not his problem anymore. R.I.P.
Do.
And if you'd like to sponsor us, slide into Mara's DMs or email us.
Thanks, Gray Bay.
Pop, pop. Our producer, you mean?
The producer.
I didn't mean to.
The producer. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't mean to be so familiar, Mr. the producer.
Mr. the
I love it. Sir, the producer.
our Mr. the producer.
Your producer.
The producer. Was that the
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna be tortured until I know what the spit sound is.
Yeah.
You'll never unhear it, I think.
It's like that.
Once I point it out.
Yeah. The number one sound that gives me the absolute fucking ick is, I bet you guys could guess. If you really wanted to.
I wonder if this is my number one as well.
I can't guess.
Okay, well, it's men talking. But more specifically, men using words that they just shouldn't ever use, if I had to narrow down a topic, I guess. But it's pretty much all men.
What can you give some words that you think they shouldn't use?
Yeah, I have examples written.
Amazing. Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Nailed it.
Jesus Christ. Females,
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
bitch with a hard B.
Yes.
Get that out of your mouth, Satan.
Yeah.
And cunt out of anger.
Yeah. Cunt.
But
most of
cunt
the
in
time.
general, just no, man, that's my word.
That's not your word. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just about to say, that's not your word. That's our word.
Yeah.
That's not your word.
No, I get to use it. You get to shut the fuck up.
You can use it in certain circumstances.
Correct.
I love the word.
But if you're using
In
it,
like a certain sexy situation,
yeah.
you can use it.
yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Someone's been to Australia.
Someone's been down under.
Nailed it.
I'm so glad that my parents don't listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, but those were the three that I could come up with just instantly.
yeah. Also, girls
Oh.
when referring to
Women?
full-grown women.
Yeah.
and not just like I can understand. 20s. Like I had a hard time in
Yeah.
my 20s being like, oh, I am considered a woman.
I know. Someone just called me ma'am and it's
I
not
still-
unfounded.
When somebody called me lady for the first time, not young lady, lady. They said,
You
give
old.
the lady your plate.
Damn. You may not have gray hairs, but you have gotten a lady.
You don't have any gray hairs?
I don't have any gray hairs.
She hasn't found any. I think we could
I
monkey
think
through.
there's a
it.
lot of hair there. We
know.
could find one.
You are welcome because I'm waiting to be initiated into the gray hair
Badges
club.
of honors.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice up in here.
Yeah. I had a principal when I was a kid in Maryland who had it was called the skunk patch. And it was just this like gray patch. It was white right there. And it looked so cool.
I work with somebody now who he has a gray or like a white, straight up white. And he has the most amazing hair. It is gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah. My principal, she just had like the coolest and she wore like a pixie cut and it was awesome. And so I would like that. But alas, cursed with good genes.
Okay.
I have one coming in and I think it's the best way to gray and I'm really into my grays.
Yours is, yes, it's a streak though, not a patch. Those are different.
It will become a patch.
It's
a
will
baby
become a
patch.
streak, not a
It will
patch.
become a streak. Not
It's a patch because it's patchy, but a streak is like a full line.
Oh, like all the ones
like you'll have
around it.
You'll
Like-
have streaks,
Like Rogue
but a patch
from
is,
X-Men
has streaks.
Origins.
Nope.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what were we talking about? Oh, words men
men.
shouldn't say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, girls, especially if they're referring to anyone over 40, stop it.
Shut up.
Stop it. I don't want to do that little thing where you like boop somebody's forehead.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Bad.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
I have a hard. I'm just gonna move right past that. I have
Yes,
a hard
queen.
time when in Spanish or any like really romantic languages because any group of people, even if there's one man and 100,000 women, will
Yeah.
be a masculine
Yes.
group because there's one fucking man, and I hate it. And there's this whole. I lived with these very like progressive, artistic young 20s women in Spain, and they were trying to do gender neutral things, and it's like a whole like super left wing like liberal thing in Spain, and they're trying to do basically like where it's an es instead of instead of the masculine to try to get that out of there, but obviously it's not going to happen because ever. But yeah, that really pisses me off.
Yeah. I'm glad we don't have the masculine feminine thing here in the English.
Yeah, as if I need any more help with body or gender dysmorphia.
Butter dysmorphia.
Yes.
That's real.
That's when it's half
Midwestern,
melted.
baby.
Wow, there is a book by this Japanese author called Butter, and all of the scenes in it where the main character is eating food are like really sexual. I haven't read it. It's just been recommended to me.
That feels right.
It did put a hold on it.
What's your number one?
My number one is any ASMR. I freaking hated this trend. It's still happening, but when this trend started, no.
Just so our listeners know what we're talking.
They know what it is.
talking about.
No, let me know when you're done.
Scoopy.
So all of that.
Good work.
I hate all of it, and it makes my skin crawl. I leave rooms. I plug my ears. I hum. I literally can't handle it. It's horrible.
I think that is what I think the sensations you're getting from it are what people are supposed to get. The tingles.
No, some people enjoy it.
That's what I'm saying. My theory about you is that actually you are what an ASMR listener wants to be, like somebody who reacts very strongly to the thing. But the people who like ASMR like those sensations because it's called tingles. There's all sorts of words for the reactions you get to
I
ASMR.
don't think they want to rip their skin off.
Oh,
I think they've embraced that feeling.
No, I think it's anxiety. It's like that. It's the same feeling that I get when I see all the tiny holes. That same, like, I want to scratch my head off because I don't want to hear. Like, I cannot handle it.
I feel like this one goes hand in hand with the too much spit in the mouth because I feel like a lot of AMSR speech sounds very wet,
moist.
Yeah.
But it's even like when all these, oh God, I hate the TikToks where they have a product and all these women have the fake nails and they go click, 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 click. I hate that too.
Yeah.
Not as strongly.
Me too.
My theory.
I didn't do that this morning.
This clicking, where you go.
Yeah.
I like
it's
that.
nice.
Yeah, it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Little click, click, click.
That one just annoys me more than like makes me want to rip my skin off.
I believe that anything that threatens to relax you even a little bit is so challenging to the metal of your soul that you
Here's convinced if she
outright.
Here's convinced if she lays down, she'll never get up.
It is a problem. It is definitely something that I've recognized, especially since being in a relationship with Grayson, is like I can't relax until all chores, all activities are done for the day. And so sometimes I will do things until like 9 and then I'll sit down for 30 minutes and then I'm like, well, it's time to go to bed. Like there is no, I can't get off work, chill on the couch for an hour and then get up and cook or then get up and clean. That is not, I just won't.
Once you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's when I'm thinking about the ASMR thing, it's kind of like I've recently come into liking fennel. It's which is crazy. Yeah, fennel and rye bread, like fennel and bread, like I've started to enjoy it, and I realized that what I enjoy about it is exactly what I hated about it. All that changed was me going, like that random flavor, I actually get why it is here.
But
and
also all your like taste buds change every 7 years because you replace every cell in your body every 7 years.
But I feel like fennel still tastes how it did 7 years ago. You know, I guess I've always like had trouble with that theory. I would love to hear more about the science of it because also like, for example, if that were true, why don't I like olives? Like, why has it been like years and years of hating olives, or why do like I've never like gone out of style with tomatoes?
No, I think some of them. I could be talking out of my pussy lips right now.
That is not the body part I thought you were going to say.
I know. I'll look into it because I don't have any real answers.
I would love an update.
Great.
I like that. Yeah.
This is a
I'd
good
love an update to find out, do we do because yes, our cells regenerate, but are our taste buds really changing? Like, what's the science behind that?
I also don't think it's one of those like, okay, I like these 100 things. 7 years later, I like these different 100. I don't think it's one of those. Like,
No,
it
yeah,
just
but
shifts
what's
and-
the actual reasoning?
Right, like,
behind
why
it?
would I like
Like, I've
something?
heard that, but what does it actually mean? Because fennel, the taste has not changed for me. Like, it's not like, oh, this is suddenly a completely different change. It's just the strength of it. There's so much of it that it's literally what I hated about it. However you would describe why you hate fennel is now why I like fennel.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like people in IPAs or coffee. It's like an acquired taste almost, where it's
Yeah.
like you convince yourself, even though the taste is the same, you convince yourself that now you like it.
And I think that's kind of ASMR.
I can't get on that train. I won't.
Right? That's the point.
You might feel that way about you, but I don't feel that way.
I'm just saying, I think that the sensations you're feeling, the people who like ASMR have decided to embrace those feelings and think that's what's great about ASMR.
Again, I think that you don't understand the ripping the skin off feeling. I just don't think you'd get it.
All right, so to get subscribers, we'll do an ASMR episode.
No,
without
I will be,
Yeah.
I will be anywhere else in the planet.
I think, yes.
Go for it.
Someone once told me that they think I would be good at ASMR, and now I'm wondering if it's because of my wet spit mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, we've come full circle.
I was just thinking that as well when you started that sentence. So maybe it's just a solo. You get your solo epi.
I'll never be the same.
People change, but they really don't.
This is
My-
why we do the podcast, is for moments like this.
My number one sound that gives me the ick, I took this extremely literally. I'm swallowing because I'm worried about the spit. Is when people make vomiting or retching noises.
Yeah.
That I remember the very first time it really struck me was we were counselors at Girl Scout camp. We were 16, 17. It was the first day. So hadn't taken care of kids in this capacity before. We're going to lunch, I think. And there's a kid in my group who is extremely homesick. She's been crying the whole time. She and her sister, I don't know what was going on, but they like would make each other upset, and then they would just cry and cry. They cried for all 5 days. And in the very first day, this girl was crying so hard, she made herself throw up, and somebody had to get her a bucket. And it was right before we were going into lunch, and she started puking into the bucket. And I was like, am I going to vomit right now? It was so hard to be like, I need to take care of this person. It's my responsibility. But I feel like if I concentrate or think about this or get too close to her, I will join in the vomit fest.
Yeah.
And it's happened a couple times with you where
Yeah.
you'll start retching. And I'm like, if I think about this too hard, if I tune in too much, I will be right there, like puking too.
Yeah.
I don't have this. I have taken care of sick people and like held their bucket, like kids at camp.
Yeah.
I have held their bucket while they puke. I don't have the same reaction. Like, I don't like it. No one likes hearing somebody vomit, but I don't have the same, like, I'm about to vomit because you're vomiting thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I start to
when you
react.
do it, I don't, like, when Mara does it, I don't have the same, like,
I will say it's not quite the sound or the noise of the actual physical vomit. It's like the buildup
Yeah,
that
the,
the
like,
person goes
muscle.
to. There was a guy when I was a zipline guide, this kid, he wasn't a kid, but he was like 20. He,
A boy.
a boy,
yeah.
we were on a platform. Everybody else had gone. He also he was like neurodivergent, and he was just having a hard time. We should not have had him be the last person to go ever.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just him and I on the platform, and he was terrified and wasn't going. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to do like a rescue where you send them down. But I really didn't like the idea of it because you hold up all the tours behind you, and it would just have been me there. And I was like, I was very proud that summer because I never had to do that because I could always convince the person to go. But I was like, oh, this kid's not going to go. But his part of whatever was going on with his nervous system, he started like burping and like retching, but like nothing was coming out.
Ugh.
And I thought, oh my God, I am going to puke on this. I'm going to puke 200 feet up in the air right now. Like,
Oh
this is,
man,
it's
imagine
so
that
gross.
splat zone.
Yeah. But it was crazy because I had to like, I had to tamp that down, like ignore the fact that I now wanted to puke and try and, you know, like calm him down enough that he would go across the zip line and then we could get him back to his parents and like
That's motherhood.
get it
baby.
figured out. So yeah.
Yeah.
But it showed me how far I would go to not have to do a rescue.
Yeah.
Somebody, because I was like, I am not getting on this walkie-talkie and telling the truck to come up and like doing the whole thing to get him down from here. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a classic one.
Yeah. Truly.
So what's our final list?
Men talking.
I don't have that one.
Especially the word like bitch
Yes.
when it is used in a certain context from a man, most.
Yep.
Yeah.
I overheard one of my neighbors say, I got this white bitch. And I'm like,
That one's not so, but when they're like, oh, she's
it was a
such,
hard.
Oh.
It wasn't a nice, I got this white bitch.
I just don't think it's necessary to say that word. Like, it's just,
I think for me what it is like it's so subconscious the way they say it, how much they kind of like joy they get out of saying it.
Because they hate women.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like the subconscious thing where they don't even realize that they only call women it or whatever, and it's like, bruh, this is, you reveal so much about yourself with one word and one delivery.
yeah, it does reclassify people in my head. When I hear somebody say that, I think, you're in that category.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh,
I lose
I
respect.
get
Yes.
ick for the person.
Yes.
And I'm like, you are not somebody I want to spend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Had a crush or two be quelled by that.
oh yeah,
That's a quick no.
honestly.
Boy, bye.
Yeah.
Boy, bye.
Yeah. Like being on a date with somebody and then they say that and you're like, this is,
They're like
Did I
telling a
just walk out
story,
now?
and they're
Yeah.
like, and that bitch did this. And
Yeah.
you're like,
Yes.
whoa.
or like, they're like, oh yeah, my work is hard. My boss, she's such a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she?
I'm about to join your list, bud.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. So that for
Yeah.
sure.
ASMR, please. The wet mouth sound, Mara?
I think you get one of those two. I think the AMSR because
What
it
was your other
incorporate-
one?
It was
So I have repetitive background noises. I don't think that bothers anybody as much as me. The wet mouth sound and then ASMR, which are kind of, you're right, kind of the same now that I think about it.
I can't vote on any of these because
none of them.
None of them-
ASMR. It does give me the ick, not to the point of Kara, and to the point where I like to do it to make her get the ick.
Yeah, you're willing to use your own ick to get my
Yeah.
ick.
Yeah.
That's real friendship.
Yeah. I love you.
yeah.
And yours were the sound of retching, the lead up to vomit.
The battery from a smoke detector when it's going out, and God, what was the first one? Oh, a very specific pan screw.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well, you both had like the repetitive noise, right? So you
Yeah,
had repetitive
I would say that. Yeah,
Uh,
the fire alarm goes into my repetitive sound, but
Yeah.
it's a very, mine's broader. Mine's kind of any of them.
Any of the repetitive sounds.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
for real. Retweet.
Yeah. Okay, so that's on there. Repetitive sounds. What were your three?
Men, the last 30 to 60 seconds of almost all songs,
Right.
and my cat. Specifically when I get home from work.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think men.
Yeah.
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 And then
Repetitive
sounds.
noises.
Yeah. I really have to disagree with the ASMR. I think that's so polarizing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, these are all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the retching sound is a contender, even though it's not mine. I think that that's a pretty common.
It's on my list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think repetitive noises is number one. No, probably men.
Okay.
I think men when
Men when they use the
men when they
Yeah. Yeah.
end it there.
It's a good, that's a full sentence.
How many of our men are listeners? What do they think? We don't
many of
care.
our-
I'm just kidding. Men are people too.
Thank you. We have a surprising
Oh, I forgot
split,
you were here.
actually.
So quiet.
I unplugged my microphone.
Perfect.
No,
More
you
men
didn't.
should.
Men with podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an ick. Oh my God. Okay, so repetitive noises, retching, and men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But which one's number one?
Men.
Men. Number two?
Repetitive noises.
Yeah.
Okay. And then retching is number
Yeah.
three. All right. And I want to... okay.
Her face.
Honorable mention to the Styrofoam because I've never seen somebody react every single time with such consistent reactive movements as Grayson to Styrofoam. It is like there have been many nights where I'm getting food put in like a to-go container and Grayson goes, I'll meet you outside.
Oh my
Like,
God, that's hilarious.
It is bad. And like, we'll be having a conversation and somebody at the next table or even across the bar will be putting their food away and Grayson will be like, I have to go to the bathroom. Like I can't be here.
I can't be here while this happens.
I'm not at all trying to compare me being annoyed to like an actual condition like Tourette's, but it's literally like if you've ever met someone with Tourette's, it's like literally just the whole, God, just like literally clawing at my head. I cannot listen to Styrofoam rubbing against itself.
I just realized one of our sponsors should have been Misophonia, which is the people who have such issues with sounds that it's like debilitating.
I've had that with specific people chewing with their lips open too.
Specific
people.
That's
not in general.
That's my honorable mention as well. Big honorable mention for me that would have made the list, but I thought it's because it's not all the time.
Yeah.
But certain smacking, chewing, mouth open, popcorn, especially.
Did I do it last night?
No.
Okay.
It's not everyone. It's certain people, but it is like an open mouth thing that makes it worse. And some people do open mouth and it isn't that bad, but there's just some people where it's like, my God, I'm gonna rip my hair out. Like I shouldn't
lose
it.
Be able to hear you swallow water.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Well,
But
never mind.
and honestly, swallowing doesn't get me, but oh God, some chewing.
My own chewing pisses me off sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I have to have sound or a background or something. Like there have been many nights where I'm sitting on the couch and like we're waiting to start a show or something, and I'm like, I won't eat until for my own mental health, for my own chewing.
Oh wow.
It gets me.
Yeah. I had another honorable mention, but I don't remember it.
Wasn't good enough.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh, this was one that I didn't realize until I think you pointed it out when we were living together the first time.
Perfect.
It was like fork scraping
on teeth.
Yeah, or teeth or
plates,
plates, and
all
bowls.
of it.
And you pointed out that I was doing it, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
I had never. Now I notice it, but I had never noticed before that noise from anybody. So
yeah, you did used to do it a lot. I noticed it, but it didn't bother me.
Still happens.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I forget about it.
I still tisk when I start sentences. I'm sure.
Yeah,
it's an improvement.
All right. Well, I think we're done.
Okay.
Yeah. Mara's voice is just annoying, so there's nothing else to say.
I was trying to think of what annoying sound, and I just couldn't find a flaw
you're perfect.
With myself
in the noises I make.
You're just an angel. She's cracking herself up with that one. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this has been great. Did I do it there?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just that?
No. That was the tisk sound.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm going to figure out this noise. I'm going to figure it out.
I'll post a video. We'll figure it out.
I'm about to be Charlie Day with that backboard behind him where he's like
figuring out something.
The
Yeah.
mystery. He's got all the red
Crazy.
lines. Yeah, that's me.
Perf.
People get the meme. You don't.
I'm sure they do.
But everyone else.
Yeah, you kept looking at me. I
Doesn't
just
live
needed you to
under
know. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Email us at mytopeverythingpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know your top 3 icks, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's the 3, right?
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Did this do it for you?
Yeah.
We hope so.
I hope it got you there today. Thank you for listening.
We'll see you next time.
I love you. Bye. I don't actually love you. I love you, but I don't.
Oh.
I don't know you.
You know? Oh, I thought you were saying you loved me.
Yeah, I love you.
Oh,
I don't.
Just pointed at you.
You
Oh.
point at Kara.
I love you, but like.
Oh, now you're